This is my last interview, you might say, because I don't know how long I'm going to be around here. I'm 94 years old. I just had a birthday in August, but I've been diagnosed with terminal cancer, and I've taken a positive attitude where I feel very good about things, and I'm just letting things happen as they go. I expected this a long time coming. I was feeling fairly good, and different things. I was taking care of myself. I've had prostate cancer. I've had undertaken a lot of radiation, which has ruined the damn good sex life I once had. That's the one regret I have of it. But we can't go on forever.
Wait, Grandpa, hold on.
I feel good. I feel happy. I've had the most wonderful time. People are all coming out to see me. I didn't realize that as many people liked my show as they did, and if you're one of them, keep liking it and keep looking at it, because this is the one thing that that's me. One of the ways that I've picked up, I think, a lot of people on my YouTube is when I tell them that do I sound like I'm, like right now I say, do I sound like I'm 94? And it's always, oh God, no, I thought you were kidding. But I had more fun with my age, with people always telling me that I look so much. I knew how old I was, and I wasn't in the Army that long, but I was still considered a veteran, and I would wear my military hat, and people would say, oh, are you from the Korean? No, I'm from World War II. I was handing out my cards. I was handing out to anybody that would take it. A lot of them would take it and give it back to me, And in fact, I remember one lady, I gave it to her daughter, and later she came over to my table, and she slams it down and walks away. And I thought, well, I guess that didn't go over too well. It's been a good life. I mean, I made 94. I knew I wasn't going to live forever. I didn't even try to think that I was going to live forever, but I always felt that I wanted things to be on a humorous level in my life, and they have been. I once wrote a thing to Abby's thing about how my wife was such a miserable driver and was like the little old lady from that, this and that. And the fallback that I got was so pro her, and me telling me that I was I was terrorizing her and all this and stuff. So that taught me one big lesson. Don't criticize my wife's driving, especially if you're going to make it published there. The freeways weren't always there, as the freeways got closer, I could make better time, but there was a time when there was no freeways. You had to get the hell off at Cahuenga to go through Hollywood to get to the freeway that took you downtown, and it was, I'm going back, I'm 94. A lot of things have happened in my years, so it's just a different world. The kids, I think, I think I misjudged a lot of kids. I thought they didn't give a shit about anything. But I find in my own family, my kids really care. And they really are into, you might say, the betterment of themselves as well as people around them. Things are different. Times are changing. They're different as of today, and they're going to be different, years from now. I think the main thing that I'm trying to do in my life now is to keep a relaxed mind and a relaxed body and a happy mind and a happy body. I get up in the morning, I make this crazy conglomeration of put everything in there, from ice cream to broccoli to carrots to and brownies. That's the thing I've been putting in lately. Instead of putting in the marijuana itself, I don't know whether it would work if I just put it in dry. I talk to all these so-called experts of marijuana, and I don't think anybody knows what the hell they're talking about, frankly. They all have their own opinions as to marijuana. And I'm trying to find out, like right now I have a bunch of brownies that I baked up that are loaded with my very good homegrown marijuana. It has high THC in it. And I just dumped the whole cake in there. I'm not so stoned that I don't know what the hell's going on, but I feel a nice high, and it's a comforting thing, and it's also a relaxing thing, and sometimes it makes me a little sleepy where I fall asleep. The big thing that I was wondering about, and that is, if you put marijuana in this drink without it having been cooked, baked, or anything, is it still going to be as potent as it is? Because I know when I made the brownies, they had to be cooked. And if I can keep this stuff going, maybe I can last a couple of days or a couple of weeks. And the doctor says, who the hell knows, maybe I can make it even longer. So I'm just going to go as long as I can. And when my time comes, like I say, I hope at my funeral it's a good, funny one. And not a sad one. I'm a happy person right now. I'm happy with everything I've got, and I want people that are going to be at my last showing to that. Not everybody's expecting to get bad news, and sometimes it comes in a way that you're terminal. Sometimes it comes in a way like they're doing a tax audit on you, and then something they do in a way where suddenly, oh, you find you got screwed up on this. Things went wrong with the tax, but things can go wrong. I have just taken an attitude that I'm going to deal with what happens when it happens and on the time it happens. And that's the attitude I have. That's what I'm going to try to keep it that way. If I can keep it that way, I figure maybe I can last a while. And if not, well, let you know at another time in another world if I can let you know anything at all. Well, people, I don't know whether maybe by the next time you're watching this thing, I'll be going down to where I'm supposed to ever be going when you die. And in the meantime, I've enjoyed life. I've enjoyed having this little program of mine. I've enjoyed the fact that people seem to like it. And mainly, I like them, and I hope they like me.